Thought-Built People, a short story by Dr. Christian Conte. Once, in a magical place, there were tons of thoughts spread out all across the land. As the wind blew, some of the thoughts started to pile up on each other, and the more that thoughts piled up on top of each other, the more they started to form into people. Some were formed from strong, powerful thoughts. Others were formed from weak, seemingly helpless thoughts, and some still from positive thoughts, while others were built on negative thoughts, and so on and so on. Once the thoughts formed and shaped into people, the people were allowed to choose what thoughts they could use, either to build themselves up stronger or allow themselves to become even weaker. But for the longest time, the people in the land assumed that they could only add the kind of thoughts that they were originally built on and shaped by. So those who were shaped by strong thoughts only looked to add more strong thoughts to their being, while those shaped by weak thoughts only looked to add more weak thoughts. And that's the way it went for a long time. That is, until something incredible happened. A person who was built mostly on really weak thoughts also had one very courageous thought. And that thought was that maybe he didn't have to build himself up with the weak thoughts that he already knew. So instead of only looking to gather more of the weak thoughts, this being began picking up strong thoughts. At first, of course, those strong thoughts were difficult for him to hold. But fortunately for him, the first strong thought was, what is difficult at first will become easier. And before long, the strong thoughts were so powerful that they completely took over all the other weak thoughts inside of him in a way that, seemingly all of a sudden, turned him, this being who was originally built on weak thoughts, into an incredibly powerful person, now shaped entirely by strong, powerful thoughts. And there is more to the story. Once one person learned that he didn't have to remain built on thoughts that shaped him, but that he could shape his thoughts instead, others started to realize it too. In the beginning of this realization, some of the weak-shaped people who were built on weak thoughts said that it wasn't fair that some people could change themselves, and they sat and complained. And other weak-shaped beings agreed with them, and even made up that there were probably only a limited number of strong thoughts to go around anyway. And it's understandable that they would have those thoughts, because they were shaped entirely by weak and negative thoughts. But just because something is understandable doesn't make it right. And the truth was, they were not right about what they said. The truth was that there were unlimited strong and powerful thoughts, that those thoughts could be accessed by absolutely anyone at any time, and that even though it wouldn't be easy, it was entirely possible. It is said that from that day to this, that land is still made up of people who are shaped by strong thoughts and those who are shaped by weak thoughts. Although it is widely known that anyone can begin picking up strong thoughts at any time, it is also understood that it is more difficult at first to pick up strong thoughts. So despite the reality that it becomes easier for people shaped by strong thoughts to hold more strong thoughts, there are many people in that land who do not wish to make the effort to pick up even that first courageous thought, that maybe they don't have to build themselves only on the thoughts that they already know, because change is always possible. Sending everyone who hears this, and everyone who doesn't, much peace.